What's up, guys? It's Abhi the Nomad, and you're watching The Music Enthusiast.
I'm Sarah from Music Enthusiast, and today I'm here with Abby the Nomad. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I mowed my lawn for the first time a week ago, and
No
it
way.
was it was amazing.
Did you feel like so accomplished after?
Yeah, it was the first time honestly, this is the first time I've owned a lawn at an adolescent or adult age.
Mhm.
Um, most growing up, most of my life, I lived in big cities, so it was apartments, flats, you know, concrete fixtures, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so I mean, two accomplishments in one. You get yourself like a place with like a lawn and then you mow it. Wow.
Right? And it took a lot of effort. There were a lot of weeds,
Yeah,
but I got them out.
amazing. So happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, onto the music. I mean, you've lived in so many places, as you were just saying. So, I mean, do you have a fondest musical memory?
Yeah, I think my favorite thing was eating breakfast at the street stalls in China.
Hmm.
And that was an experience I'll never remake until I go back. I
Yeah.
mean, I miss it.
Mhm. And what is one place like you want to travel to in your life that you haven't already?
Ooh. Um, gotta be gotta be Greece,
Oh my God,
uh,
yeah.
and Sweden.
Those are really good. I've
Mhm.
never
I want to
been.
go to Sweden.
I've never been outside North America, so
You will eventually.
hopefully we'll see. We'll see what happens. What was the first concert you ever attended?
First concert I ever went to was they're 90s rappers, Mos Def and Talib Kweli. I saw them live in LA. Um, it was a really big stage. I forget what it was. It was like one of the stadiums or something, and it was just amazing. It was incredible. It was in America, my first concert, because they didn't really used to do them much elsewhere.
What was it like living in a place where like concerts weren't really a thing and then like moving into like America where it was like it's such a big thing?
Crazy, I think I often take it for granted, like how musically inclined places like this and London and Paris are like big cities. They have a lot of music and a lot of art and culture all the time, every week, and it's fucking awesome. I couldn't imagine living in a place where I didn't at least have the option to just walk around and go see something cool.
Hmm. Totally. I couldn't agree more. I mean, on to the newest project of yours, Abhi versus the Universe. It's incredible. How
Thank
are you
you.
feeling about this being out into the world?
I'm so glad it's out. It's been 2 years since I've been working on it, and it always feels really cathartic to finally just push stuff out there and say I'm done.
Mhm.
um, Completing things is like it's a huge serotonin boost, and I always think of an album as fully complete when it's out,
Yeah.
because really music is an art where it's it's taken to a new level when people listen to it and interpret it in their own way. So I'm so happy that it's out, and I can't wait to just talk about it more to people in the future and just tell them about it
Mhm.
and see how it does.
Yeah. And it being out like for a bit now, I mean, have you seen people's interpretations and how has that been for you?
Totally. I think it's been amazing because people will draw whatever conclusions they can from a song based on how they perceive their own lives.
Yeah.
Um, and that's what's cool about music is a lot of these songs, I wrote about. I'm talking about myself, and I never speak from anyone else's perspective.
Mhm.
Um, but it's crazy that so many people can connect with me and this, considering I have a really weird upbringing and a strange narrative, and I don't think a lot of people can relate to me to begin with, but I'm glad that they can, I guess.
It's totally incredible to see like your own stories be resonated with someone else.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Yeah. And you mentioned how, I mean, this album, you felt the need to make it, but in the end, it was more like therapeutic for you. So what was the creative process like?
My creative process has always been kind of just getting in here and playing some chords on either my guitar or my keyboard and seeing where that takes me.
Mhm.
So it's a lot of throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
And I threw a lot of shit at the wall for this one. There were in total like 35 songs made
Oh, wow.
surrounding this album. 40 if you include like half songs.
Mhm.
Um, and so it's kind of wild to it's kind of wild to think about an album that takes more than a couple months to make in this day and age because of how fast music consumption and media consumption is.
Mhm.
Luckily, I had the capacity and the, my management and everything had the patience to withstand it. And I'm so glad I did that because a big part of the process this time was was testing it with time. And after 2 years, I knew which of those 35 songs didn't work and weren't going to make the cut. So yeah, that was the process was the same, but much longer than usual.
Yeah. And do you feel as if like maybe next project you might look back on these tracks, maybe to add like a few of them into this one, or are they just unreleased for now?
They're just on release for now. I stream on Twitch, and all my Twitch subscribers, they get a bunch of the unreleased ones that'll never come out probably.
Oh.
But there's some that I'm keeping for later,
Mhm.
and I never know if they're ever going to come out. And I promise you, I have like 400 songs on my hard drive that are just from the past 5 years that are never going to see the light of day. That's just how it is sometimes. Some things aren't meant to be heard.
Yeah, I mean that's a part of being an artist too. You have so many unreleased songs, but there's only a few that you have like your heart and mind set to.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the cover art is insane. I just wanted to
Thank you.
ask, like, did you come up with it? Did someone else?
So I came up with the mock-up originally, and I had hired an artist from India
Oh,
to draw it, which I really tried doing this time, is hiring more brown people and my people to try to help
mhm.
with my own release. So he's a fantastic artist, and I just posted an Instagram story asking people for someone who's good at realistic drawings.
Mhm.
And so I had a concept where I basically took like photos that I got shot of myself and like stock images and basically made that cover art, and he redrew it like and then like fixed a couple things and put a couple new things in there.
That's
So
incredible.
it's I think it looks great. I'm so glad you like it.
Yeah, it's super sick. When I saw it, like especially because I'm an art student, so I was
Oh,
like,
nice.
oh, that's incredible.
What type of art do you study?
Visual arts. So
Visual
really,
arts.
we're doing everything, everything at
Okay, that's awesome.
once. Yeah. Uh, I mean, back to your music. What can people expect now after this album?
I think people have to be ready to be flooded with music next year because I've waited too long to drop this.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was good timing, the way it worked out, but I really don't want to like put the brakes on for next year because there's only so much time I have left before I start caring more about my lawn than I do about my songs. So next year is just going to be a flood of music, and I'm so excited to get back out into the world and do shows and tour and see people's faces and really see the people that are listening to it in flesh and blood.
Amazing. Whenever you come to Montreal, I'll be there for sure. Don't even have to worry about it.
I'm so excited to do a Canadian leg. I've never done it.
Oh my God. Can't wait to be at the first Montreal show.
Yeah.
Last question. Who are your favorite artists right now?
Right now,
Yes. This exact
hmm,
moment.
I'm pulling out my Spotify
No worries.
because I've always like I don't know. I'm just like jumping genres and all that shit.
No worries. When you get to put on the spot, it's so much harder anyway.
I know. I always have my like my go-to ones that I like are so obviously like my favorites.
Yeah.
But I like I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts really. But I like Channel Tress.
Hmm.
He's really dope.
Yeah.
And I've been vibing with like that more like housey music a lot recently. A lot of producers, a lot of like Kaytranada and stuff like that. I've been listening to very recently. I like Pell a lot. He's also independent rapper. Um, and I'm patiently waiting for Anderson .Paak to release some stuff. That's
Hmm.
one of my favorite artists. So
Yeah. Those are all incredible. Thank you so much for chatting with
thank
me.
you. I appreciate it.